knowledge to born. You know what I'm saying? Because once you got the knowledge of stuff, you know what I mean? Now you have the information of who you are, which means that like, yo, I know now that I'm original. Like, and it's so great to know that I'm the original because I know that I'm the first, I'm the beginning of all things. All things begin with me, thus all things end with me. So I know like I have no fear or disappointment about my beginning or my end because I know my history is written, my future is written. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we just living it out right now. You know what I'm saying? We're just living it out. And we in the physical, you know, like, you know, we speak about revelations. Oh yeah, these things was written and we living in time. Yeah, because obviously people we know, we wrote history in advance. Nowadays, a white man, or history being his story, he comes, he sees things happen, then he writes about what happened, or his limited understanding of what happened. But we already predicted it in advance. We wrote about it, that it was gonna happen, you know, and we seen it happen, you know. So, like, we know, we go into the knowledge degree. Why does Islam renew its history every 25,000 years? Who made the Holy Quran or Bible? Why does Islam renew its history every, how long ago? Why does Islam renew its history every 25,000 years? You know? Answer, because, the Holy Quran or Bible is made by the original people who was Allah, the supreme being or black man of Asia. The Holy Quran will expire in the year 25,000, which is 9,980 years from the date of this writing. The nation of Islam is all wise and does everything right and exact. The circumference of the earth is 25,000 miles in circumference. Thus the wise man from the east, the black man, makes his history of circumference equals home circumference. Thus a year to every mile. Thus every time his history lasts 25,000 years, he renews it for another 25,000 years. That degree wasn't quoted to its supreme ability. General meaning of the degree is that we renew our history every 25,000 years, meaning the history is written 25,000 years in advance. And once that's lived out, we write another 25 years in advance. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is, you know, by the 23 science or 24 scientists, they all come together and we predict the history in advance. It's already written. So that's why I say the history is already written. But pointing back though, you know, I'm going all into the degree of the lesson and all of that. But the science though, in this day and age of what we live in now, the youth of today, they more so should focus on trying to get themselves organized, like jobs, you know, looking into jobs. And I know it's not even a lot of jobs out there for them, because the job market for African Americans is very slim, very, very low, very, you know, especially African American males. And, you know, of course, we want to go into the whole science of that. You know, it's a lot of science as to why that is. And it's not that black men are lazy, this, that, and third, because you see a lot of black men going out and creating their own jobs, and creating their own hustles, and create their own way to make money. But what do a lot of our sisters do? You selling movies, you selling CDs, you selling this, you doing that. But you go to your job and you work for these white people, putting on a smile for them. And you playing fake all day long. And that's why women always talk about when they come home, they all tired. Yeah, you tired because you've been playing fake all goddamn day. So now you ain't got no time to keep it real with me, because you got to go home and get some rest so you could be fake tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know, that's another issue. But we was dealing with the youth. However, the youth are in confusion because we, the so-called adults, are in confusion. We don't know who we are. We lost. We arguing amongst each other. You know, we arguing about economics. We arguing about this. We arguing about that. We argue, you know, all of these different things going on in our lives. So it's like it's hard for the children to really get a healthy environment, to really raise up and really see, like, okay, happiness in the household, and, you know, just get a balanced chemistry and everything. Another thing going on, you know, single parenting, you know. A lot of fathers are not there in homes, and there's a lot of reasons why fathers are not there in homes, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times to, you know, I would say not a lot of times in this day and age, economics plays a very big role in it, because, you know, the society in America, which is actual fact, they have economically castrated black males in this country. And what I mean by that is that they make it the hardest for the black male to provide for his family. Like you got people that wasn't even born in this country. They got so-called immigrants that come over here, and in 1 or 2 years they got houses, this and the third, that, and cars, and everything. How is that people come over here and just build so fastly, and we don't do that? Well, for one, they have a work ethic that they also come over here with, that they stick to, and they build on. I give them credit for that. And they also know how to eat off of food that, they'll eat. Like some Spanish people eat a whole bag of rice for the whole damn month and some beans and fucking grind it out. But stack them checks, you know what I'm saying? And like, like, for example, one thing is that, we make fun of, it's like 15, 20 motherfuckers living in that house. Yeah, they doing that, but guess what they doing? One family pays the rent for the month. They save their checks and they pay their rent for the month. Then the next month, one of the other families pay the rent for the month. Then the next month, one of the other families pay the rent for the month. So then, let's just say it's like 3 or 4 families in there. They rotate those bills for the year. Now, let's say there's 4 families in there. Which means the 4 families pay rent 4 times a month. Divided by 3 times 12. 3 times 4 is 12. They pay each 3 times out of month. Then those other 9 months out of the year, they get to stack that money, save that money up through the year, or do what they do with it, whatever. So ain't that an excellent plan? And then think about it, after 2 or 3 years of doing that, and they saved up all that money, now they can move out, get their own house, and then call Hector and Juan and Maria and all of them from home, and they come, and now they start the whole process over again, and now they come there, and they people over here building, and they getting their peoples over here, and they setting up and they building. Like, this is happening right before our face, you know what I'm saying? We could do the same damn things. We've been doing the same things about, maybe 2 families in the house, mama and grandma. No, 3 families, in fact, 3 generations in the house. You got grandma, then mama, and then the kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, so we be doing the same damn things. So I don't know how we try to make fun of them. But however, we should have been doing that same thing, that mentality as far as building like that. But, what happened to black people in this country too? We become commercialized, we become satisfied condition, you know what I'm saying, and this, that, and the third, into these ways and customs of America and so forth and so forth. So a lot of times we damage our own wings as far as trying to fly, you know what I'm saying, and expand. So I'm saying, the sun and moon have attraction powers on the planet, so the mother and the father, we have to get it right. We have to straighten out these things going on. And one of the things Frances Wilson said in her 4th annual Melanin Conference, she said, we have to understand that there's an attack of white supremacy on the black male and female. And if we don't understand that, then we'll end up arguing and fighting amongst each other when really we don't see the attack that's happening on us. So I think if we come together and we band together and realize that, we striving together, we have a common enemy. They are a common enemy. Not saying that we should band up and just, say, be mean against white people, but they are our open enemy. And everything they've been doing on the planet since they've been here is obvious and evidence. I mean, come on, they go on 1,000,001 atrocities. And, when you want to go into that whole what the white man has done shit, we could be here for days, months, years, on that. But anyway, we ain't gonna waste that documentary going into all that right now. So, we already know. So, unless we realize that is happening and this is happening, and then, focus our energies on how we need to strive to get out of this situation to get our own freedom, justice, and equality, then that's the only way we're really gonna strive and really build any love, peace, and happiness in this world. Because, for ourselves, because, otherwise, we're just dealing with the hell that they gonna provide, you know what I'm saying? And what I was saying about the women, before, our women, like, it's not to put an attack on our women, because I love our women. Our black women are the most beautiful, they're the queens, we know. The mothers of civilization. I love my black women. Like, without them, what would we be? So, it's not an attack on black women, but this is definitely an area that we have to go into and examine. Like Shahrazad Ali said in her book, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman, she was like, the black woman has never been examined she's the only one that's been kept out of the, out of the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talk about the black man, we talk about the white man, we talk about the white woman, but when do we ever talk about the black woman? And you know why too? Also, that's a very deep respect that black women have that's been misunderstood too, because that goes way back to Africa too, because in Africa there was matrilineal societies. There was also patrilineal societies centered around the father, and societies or families based around the mother. But in the matrilineal society, the mother was praised. We gave high respects to the earth, to the mother, because she was the reproducer, the reproductive factor, the nurturer, like I said, the sustainer of life. So the reproducer, rather, I say, of life. You know what I'm saying? We gave birth, we gave praise to her. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, she has that chemical that cholesterol and tyrosine and oxytocin in her breast milk, which helps with the development of cerebral brain. You know what I'm saying? So without that, like, damn, you see a lot of these babies that wasn't breastfed around here. All these babies running around here with ADHD, ODD, ADD and all that, short attention spans and all that, hypertension, can't sit still, you know what I'm saying? All these kids running around here dealing with those sciences, man, is, obviously they wasn't breastfed a lot of times. And you could tell a child that wasn't breastfed, you know what I mean? And also, too, breastfeeding, too, is like a natural motherly thing. It's like love from the mother to the child. The child needs that. A lot of these thug motherfuckers running around here, like, yo, they was never, a lot of times, it's because they wasn't loved as a child. For real. That's really real. That shit stems back, way back when. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas get grown and they want to think they muscles is they manhood, but nah, brother. It's really your inner self and your mentality of who you are, which really is who you are. Like Jesus said, as a man thinketh, so is he. So, beyond that exterior puff out, you got to go into the realness of a man. Rizzo said, you can see the weakness of a man right through his iris. But looking into a man's eyes, you're looking into the window of his soul. You know what I mean? You see who he is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's just the realness. And it's, I just say, like, keeping it real, you know what I'm saying? Everything is already real, so, we keeping it real and all of that, blah, blah, blah. But what that means is that, of course everything is real. We know everything is real. But what is really real? What is your reality?